What is up, fam? Hope this message finds you all well and in great spirits. We are back at Evolution Performance with the new carbon fiber 1,000 horsepower Dark Horse. But today we're here to get ready for one of the first roll racing events for the carbon Dark Horse. All right, mounting the one of one 20-inch Mickey Thompson ET Street R. We're gonna go pulley down, get it set up. We're gonna do a checkup. It's been 9 months since we boosted the carbon Evolution. So Steve's gonna go underneath, retorque, retighten everything, make sure everything looks happy and ready to go, because this beast is about to hurt some feelings. Horsepower Dark Horse. I'll do a quick montage of this. This is a beautiful carbon fiber we got from Anderson. All right, guys, so yes, we do have the carbon fiber from Anderson Composites with the GT4 hood, GTD fenders, and we also have their GTD trunk lid and GT500 spoiler. That's gonna keep the butt down, your downforce down when you're doing the roll race with this kind of power. So this is set up for a more roll racing track setup. But man, it looks beastly. And today we have a treat for you, because we're gonna compare, for the first time ever, you're gonna see, this is what I drive on daily and it hooks. This is a Nitto NT55 R2s, which is what I recommend for just like 800 horsepower or less applications for the street. And it'll hook pretty good, and it's very comfortable. Right now, this car is on a 375 pulley, the biggest pulley, and it's on 93, 94 pump gas. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down, not all the way to kill mode, just a 3.5 pulley, and we're gonna have it set up on E30 fuel, because this is our first roll racing event. But we're gonna switch to something special, and I'll show you what that is next. So this has all been PPF'd, and what I'm gonna showcase to you as well is the GT4 hood. This is a dry carbon rain tray. Let me showcase to you what that looks like. So there is some heat shielding there, but right here, you have this rain tray. This is all the dry carbon. You can take it out and you have all that cooling available to you, no problem. So it's a lot of surface area, but what's great about it too is even if you keep the rain tray on, you have those pass-through vents in the fenders, so pretty nice. Yep. Yeah, so this right here is a dry carbon rain tray that comes off. Gotcha. But you know, I have it on just for stability. I don't have hood pins in right now, so I don't want too much turbulence.
Factory struts.
Yeah, factory struts. So, but. And I just ordered from Whipple carbon intake tube and black air filters. So we'll have it looking good for 4 nationals. So yeah. Not as fast as the guy who builds them and races them, but I'm in good company. Still top 5 fastest Dark Horse, we'll put it that way. You know, top 5. We'll do it. No, but to be honest with you, I'm a built trans away from going faster and, you know, a converter, and I'm good. But I'm just enjoying the daily ability. Yeah. Not that you can't daily with a converter and a built trans, but, you know, I have the Hawaiian shirt on if you saw in this video. So I'm becoming that Corvette-esque guy. I like to go fast. Yeah, I like to go fast, but I like to look good and whatever. So, no, what's cool about this, we're gonna go through with Steve. He's gonna like check the exhaust, retorque everything, change the pulley, and just make sure, because it has been 9 months since we've been boosted. I know, we got boosted in September. So, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you right now, my favorite modified high horsepower Mustang. I know a lot of you love Hulk, and Mom, I love him too, but this, I'm telling you guys, has been the most rewarding build. And I really appreciate the way it's been put together by Evolution, Whipple, Cooks, everybody. And it works. It didn't blow up. No check engine lights. And I appreciate it going start to finish with Steve. So we're just enjoying it. You know, it looks great. It looks like something like, you know, Mad Max, but also like, it looks serious. So, all right. Yeah, he said pop one rear tire off because we're going to showcase the first 20-inch Mickey Thompson ET Street R. That's what we're going to use to test on the roll race. These aren't bad, but they're good for about 800 wheel. So the ET Street Rs are going to... I want to showcase to you guys the two tread patterns, the difference, so you could see. Like I said, these are good. I trust these in the 800 horsepower range. But we're gonna be closer to 900, so I want the Mickeys. All right, guys, this is a showcase too. Again, well, there's some burnout marks here, but this is the AWE full 3-inch exhaust. We are actually stock Magna Ride, and it goes all the way into this lovely Cooks headers. Cooks or nothing, in my opinion. And then what we also have is, you can see right here, the QA1 one-piece carbon fiber drive shaft.
These I usually check every once in a while just because they...
Yeah, with vibrations.
Yeah, they just seem to loosen up over time. Or yeah, see, get a couple turns out of them.
Yep. I love that the Dark Horses come with diff coolers, and this is all stock suspension. There she is. All the meats, yeah. Look at that. Let's take a look.
Upon approach.
20-inch ET Street Rs.
Oh, these are the Mickey Thompsons, aren't they?
Yeah. 305. This is gonna hook and book, and you get the beautiful. You get to keep your beautiful wheels. Yeah, looks great. Love it. All right, mounting the one of one 20-inch Mickey Thompson ET Street R is gonna hook and book 305, 3520. So as Steve mounts it up, we'll show you the difference between that and the NT55 R2s.
Are these the same type?
All right, guys, behind me I have the all-new Mickey Thompson ET Street R 20 diameter. This is a 305 3520. So we're replacing the Nitto NT55 R2s with these sticky Mickey ET Street Rs. What's cool is this is the same material you'll get on a drag pack, but now you can put it on your 20-inch tire and hook and book. We're so excited that finally Mickey came up with this. We had the ET Street S's for a long time, but the ET Street R is here for you. And of course, this is a very fast, high horsepower Mustang, and we need that to stick, not just on a drag strip, but on the street. Let's take a look, and you can see, yep, ET Street R, tread is there, it's gonna hook. I would recommend you only drive this when it's not raining, but you can see the difference from the NT55 R2s. Now, just to let you know, these have been driven well over, I'd say, about 7,000 miles. So, you know, some of the wear bars are starting to show a little bit, and these have been hooking and booking as well. Great tire, but I recommend that for 800 horsepower and less for a daily setup. If you're gonna go up, like this is gonna be with the 3.5 pulley, easily upwards of 850 to 900 horsepower, this is what you want. Of course, you get to 1,000 horsepower, you gotta go with probably the beadlock ET Street R, but I really love how sexy this looks now. Thank you to Mickey Evolution putting it all in. And of course, you got the Mickey insignia. So we're gonna see how these looks. We're gonna test these out at the Pocono Roll Racing event, and we can't wait to show you the difference. Let's go. All right, take a little picture. This looks so cool. All right, so Steve checked everything out, retorqued everything, make sure everything was good underneath, nothing was leaking, everything was happy. We did swap to the ET Street R 20-inch diameter tire, so can't wait for those to hook and book. Now, we're gonna go and pulley down and belt change, and he's gonna inspect everything too, so we're good to go. All right, cool. So you can see we're driving on with the big, beautiful wagon wheel pulley, the 375. That's on pump gas, but I'm shocked and I'm learning, but this is only a 6-rib and no belt slip, nothing has come off. So I'm very happy with that. The way Whipple has engineered it, that a 6-rib is holding on pretty good. Guys, I'm just sitting here. Look how cool. This is I love this build. I really do love it. Oh, come out so perfect. Now, did you go 8s, the first 8 on the 6-rib or 8-rib?
Oh, 6-rib. We didn't.
What?
We just put the 10-rib on for the last.
Oh.
When we ran the 860. Other than that, we've been
6-rib in it.
yeah, 6-rib the whole time.
That's impressive, bro.
Yeah, stock lower.
That is impressive. You heard it here, guys. Only evolution.
Grip Tech pulleys work
Yeah.
wonders.
Wow. Well, I had so many problems with 6-ribs that I'm really happy. I have had no belt slip,
Really?
nothing.
Yeah, well, these have a good pulley setup. I mean, it depends on different systems.
Sure.
Not all 6-ribs are created equal, you know.
Absolutely.
Like
Yep.
belt wrap is.
I'm not naming them any names,
big-
but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I have a lot of belt shredding, and I've had to drive home in racing events with, because you can drive.
shoestrings,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. But yeah, so far so good. 6-ribs, guys. So guys, we're just going to a 3.5 pulley, not a 3.25, which we did the 9.3 on, because remember, this is still a first roll racing event. I kind of want to get my feet wet and see how the car performs, because we're gonna go ham in the fall. This is the first, yeah, but we'll go harder in the fall. But this is the first time running it, and that's why this downforce and this aero is so good for a roll racing event. Because remember, a drag race is totally different than a roll race, so you do want that downforce to keep your butt planted, and that's why we're not having the bead locks and we're putting the Mickeys on just for that scenario. B-roll. He's checking the oil.
Are these Fat House dipstick and stuff?
Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's check the catch cans. UPR is the way to go.
Let's see if there's anything in here. Yeah, a little bit.
Not bad. Oh yeah, there you go. Let me zoom out a little bit. Cool.
Yeah, how many miles is that?
Probably 7.
Oh, wow.
So, but I'm gonna say no. But any metal shavings? No.
Nope.
I gotta give a shout out to UPR. Their catch can is way
They're
the
just
best.
so, like, they work the best and they're so clean.
They're so clean.
Like, the
Yeah.
hoses are so nice.
The clamps, the
fitting,
hoses, everything.
Nice
is-
billet
shout out
brackets.
UPR. Yeah, they're
they
the
really-
best.
They really are.
100%. And when I say this really like humbly with humility, because I've gone through almost every aftermarket part for a Mustang. Everything with Evolution Performance that we put on this dark horse, in my opinion, is the best of the best. So that's QA1 carbon fiber drive shaft. That's G-Force Ford Performance 2,000 horsepower half shafts. That is things like the UPR catch can, the Cook's headers, the AWE active exhaust. All these things put together make this beautiful recipe where the car runs beautifully, smoothly, effectively, and without issue. And of course, even, we have to talk about, we did do the Stage 2 Whipple. So we have upgraded intercoolers, air boxes, things of that nature. And we also have the backing plate for the oil pump gears. And those small things all add up to a machine that works really effective. And that's why you have to get the best of the best. We'd be paying for it at the track.
Yeah, low maintenance.
Yep.
Just do it once, buy once, cry once.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a t-shirt. Available soon. Thank God our clean bill of health from Steve. We're gonna fire it up, make sure everything's happy, and we'll start enjoying car season. Nice. Yeah, I love it. I think it looks so G. Me. This is it. This is what we got. Love it.
Don't do this. Yo, check this video out.
All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that kind of walkthrough and rundown of what we did. I always like that we started stock with Evolution, with this 1,000 horsepower carbon dark horse, and now we are just doing the routine maintenance. So what you saw, empty the catch can, check the exhaust, retorque things down, everything looks healthy, did the oil change. But I'm really excited because what we did do is we changed the rear tire setup to the Mickey Sticky ET Street R20s. So I'm super excited because that's a new product. Now, this is not a sponsorship, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't have any kind of good experience with the ET Street SS, but I had the best experience with the ET Street Rs, and that's my favorite drag tire for a Mustang. So now to have it on the 20, finally, is a game-changing opportunity, and I can't wait to test these out. We're gonna take it to the drag strip, as well as a roll racing event, and see how we could do on 20s, because nothing against beadlocks, I love the look, but I do love having the 20-inch Ford's Apex wheels and having that nice Mickey tread and stickiness. We're breaking them in now, we're driving them. Of course, I don't recommend driving in the rain, which I don't do with my, really fast Mustangs anyways. But the joke was I gotta get a kind of daily setup for the daily. But we now, just to recap, we did do the 3.5 pulley, not the 3.25 crazy, low 9 pulley that went 9.3 150. This is the 3.5 pulley that we're on. So we're flirting close to 900 horsepower right now with this setup, but we have the Mickeys on and we're gonna drive them and enjoy them and see how they perform at the roll racing event and at the drag strip, and go from there. Of course, when we put the smaller pulley on, we will put the beadlock ET Street Rs on, and that's the way to go. But to reiterate, what is on this car, what does it have, and why it's working so well. Whipple Stage 2, that's the best for S650. We do have the AWE catback active exhaust, so we keep all of our exhaust modes. Cook's headers with the green cats, love those. We do have, of course, small things like we talked about, which equal to be big things. The UPR catch cans, yes, it's a must. It's not a fanciful thing. I like UPR the best for catch cans, and I'm telling you this because this is the best of the best. Like the carbon fiber QA1 one-piece drive shaft, in my opinion, is the best drive shaft. No NVH, and it can handle that kind of torque and power. Then, of course, you have the G-Force Ford Performance 2,000 horsepower half shafts. I'm telling you, out of experience, these are the MagneRide. It's so well done. The magnetic dampers are sufficient. They transition amazingly from track, drag, sport mode. So that's the one up you have. Of course, the Dark Horse has built-in trans coolers and diff coolers, which is great. And the small things. We did the oil pump gears with the backing plate. There's a link down below to all this stuff. This was all done in one-stop shop with Evolution. are still stock 10-speed. Now, eventually that's going to have to change because I've experienced that over the years. You know, the 10 speeds need to be beefed up for drag racing. Rolls, you're okay to a point, to a horsepower level. So Whipple Stage 2, Cook's headers, AWE exhaust, you got to get the 2,000 horsepower half shaft G-forces, QA1 drive shafts a must. We are keeping the suspension, the Magnarite stock for now. We have the Apex forged wheels, and of course, this new mod, this epic carbon fiber from Anderson Composites, which is not just looking good, but also saving us 100, 150 pounds with this heavy beast. So, you know, everything's coming together. It takes, for a real good build, it takes a year or two to put together, maybe longer, as you tweak. You don't want to just, you know, piecemeal it, but try to do the big stuff first and then tweak, and then go from there. But we have the E30 fuel in there from Sunoco and Evolution. You could race on 93, but we're doing the E30. That's the best for the S650. It's not hard. We don't have a fuel system. We have a BAP, but everything is in harmony. It works well, and it rips. So we're breaking in, like I said, we're breaking in the ET Street R's. I can't wait to show how they work. I really like it. Very smooth, very comfortable, and very happy. So we'll end this video with a little pull. Any questions, let me know. Hit up Evolution. Love it, love it, love it. Car season's back. We'll go into sport mode. Keep traction control on, you know, just in case. So do a little pull here. Oh boy. Hey. That little pull. It's like I'm on vacation. Oh man. All right, you guys, I appreciate the support. Please like and subscribe because you know it never ends.